How y'all doing out there, YouTube world? It's your girl Nick coming to you today with this week's episode of Bad Boys LA Season 1, episode number 11. So we pick up with, got me a little watermelon frozen margarita from On the Border. Oh, I thought the bottle said, or the cup said it, but yeah, On the Border watermelon. Margarita. Whew. But anyway, the episode picks up where we left off with the young lady in the orange dress hopping up on the table, still dancing. The guys were so relieved when she got her ass down off that table because definitely could have shattered the table with what she was doing. So they continue to see more people, and we get to a point where there's two young ladies dancing, both brown skin. And we see Moolah get up. He was like, she pretty. He gave her a 10. She had like black pants on. And I forgot what the other young lady had on, but the young lady that he was up on, she wasn't doing much. She was just pretty. She really was. She was pretty. So she leaves, and then we get another young lady and a guy come up together. The guy, he's super cute. He's a cute little guy, and he goes and do some little sexy something, lift his shirt up and go get on the pole and swing around the pole a little. He didn't do much or nothing. So everybody was giving him 10s except for Dylan and Gutter. And they asked Dylan why Dylan gave him a 1. I forgot what they said Gutter gave him, but excuse me. Dylan gave the guy a 1. And somebody said, why'd you only give him a 1? And he was like, because he wasn't giving much. Like, he cute, but he really wasn't doing much. And he really was not. He wasn't. So he took upon himself, the guy, took upon himself to go over there and hump on Dylan, like, to try to up his score. He had Dylan leaning so far back that Dylan was leaned into Anthony like this. He was all on Anthony. And of course, Moolah was sitting next to them too. Moolah was not feeling it. Moolah was like the way the boy was on Dylan. Moolah was behind the guy sitting down. Moolah was like, nope, let them do what they doing over there. It's too much. So the guy do what he doing. And then they said, all right, did that change his score? They said, Dylan, what's the score you give him now? Dylan said, a 2. Like, him humping on me is not going to change my mind. He was not doing much. He's not giving much. So, no. I loved it. So, next up, some girl and a guy come up. The girl is looking like all the girls lifting their dresses up so you can see their thong and their butts jiggle or whatever. And the girl gets up there and put her butt on the table and twerk. Curtis was liking that. So, Curtis gets up and gets behind her, and she pull up her dress and she twerk that thing back on Curtis, and he was liking it. Carry on said, "Oh yeah, they need to go he need to pull his pants down and need to go make a porno." So then there's more people coming up in teams of 2, trying out and dancing. They've been giving a whole lot of high scores though, so I don't know how they're gonna pick who is actually gonna be in the video from this because they giving all these high scores. They giving 10s and stuff. You got some guys that's voguing, like, and then you got some guys that's just vibing and dancing or whatever. So it's a cute guy come up. Anthony was feeling it. Anthony kicks his legs up in V formation while in the chair. Then another group of guys come up and really gets up and starts working on the guys, bending over, twerking on the guys or whatever. And Curtis has the audacity to say, what are you doing? We don't want to see that. But you was just twerking on the girl. Make it make sense. Like, what's good for you, not good for Relly? Because it's 2 guys. Get it together. Okay, guys. So, the guys finish doing all of the the dance auditions and stuff, the people leave. And they had to sit down and they had to have a talk about who is, who actually they gonna pick and all that kind of stuff, because they was liking everybody. Um, so it's the next day, and um, Gutter. No, yeah, it's the next day, and the guys get together and they talk some more about the auditions or whatever. Um, they talk about who they liked and how they gonna pick or whatever, and then they come to the consensus that each person that got a rap on the song, they're gonna pick who they want to be and sing with them to dance or whatever. They also come out and talk about the fact that the one person that Moolah liked, Riley says, I looked up her Instagram, and I remember exactly who it was. It was the one that was super thick, had the long Morticia Adams type weave, long and black hair with the part. And that person, they was brown skin, they had dimples. I remember exactly who they talking about, because I had the thought when I initially watched it last week. When I watched the episode, I already knew. I peeped it. But Relly was like, yeah, she's trans. And Moolah was like, what? That's who I wanted to have in the video for sure. Why? Oh no, we can't be doing this. It gotta be some kind of rules in place. You can't have no trans people come in and be basically dancing up on a straight guy, tricking a straight guy. So he got an attitude about that. He don't want her in the video at all, and all this other bullshit. Being very much homophobic. And then they decide that Carry On decides that he gonna go scouting locations or whatever. So Carry On takes with him Dylan and Gutter. Gutter is not feeling too hot. Gutter got that damn blanket. Gutter, we gonna start calling Gutter Linus. If you don't know who Linus is, go check the Charlie Brown. Okay, check for the Charlie Brown. What's the word I want to use? The cartoon, the uh, the comic or whatever that be in the papers. Yeah, we're gonna start calling God Linus with that fucking blanket or whatever. But anyway, they go scout some locations. Um, the first location, mm, mm. So then they leave and they go up to Mulholland Drive, and it's overlooking. Gutter don't want to get out the car. Gutter feeling it. He said he had 2 blunts, and I don't know what else he had, but Gutter is high and needs to sleep it off or whatever, I'm guessing. But so that's where we are. So after they go to Mulholland Drive, Dylan gets out and they look up and all that kind of stuff. And then, next thing you know, the guys are, what's the word I want to say? Wait a minute. Okay, guys, so like I was saying, so they was at Mulholland Drive. They decided to Carry On, and Dylan decided to pack it on up and head back to the house. What's funny to me is, during all of this, Rio got a lot of opinions, even though he been there all of, 2-3 days thus far. So he got a lot of opinions. But I will say, I don't know what Rio's sexuality is, but I do see that he's not transphobic or anything, because he was basically, I think it was him who had said, like, we got to have representation for everybody. Like, you got some gay guys here, you got some straight guys here, you got some people that's fluid and everything. So we gotta, because of what Bad Boys is representing right now is, it's some of everything. So we gotta have somebody to represent everybody or whatever. Also, we see Kurt, and they killing me with these scenes that they make up to have them talk about stuff. So we see Curtis and Moolah sitting out back having a conversation, Curtis comes out. Moolah got the paper in his hand. So apparently, before he went out to go tape the show, he got that car dealership or whatever. In New York, it's illegal to have tents on the car. He got pulled over by an officer for some tents on a car that he just bought at an auction or something like that. Yeah, excuse me. He had his dealer paperwork with him to say, like, I'm a dealer, because if you're a dealer, you don't get in trouble for that, because they give you a chance to change the tent or whatever. So he's like, I'm a dealer. You can call your supervisor or whatever. So the supervisor called to the cop. And they got in touch with him. And he was like, yeah, he got his paperwork. Like, let him go. Don't give him a ticket. Just let him go. So the supervisor leaves and the officer writes the ticket any damn way. And then they go to court about it. The officer don't show up, but the judge on the trial said he want to take it to trial. I mean, the judge that day said he want to take it to trial, all this other stuff. Putting Moolah through the rigmarole. So basically, this is their way to put in there about the struggles of black men in America and what they go through as far as with legal stuff and racial profiling and all those things like that. And so that happens. Then we get this young lady pull up. I forgot what she said her name was, but she said she was there on behalf of Winnie because they got Winnie to style the video. So she comes with some clothes for them to look at for the video. They look at her and they realize she is one of the ones that danced. Because she was standing there and her dress came up in the back and she pulled her dress down and was like, basically like, let me stop. But she was there. She trying to play it off like it wasn't her, but it definitely was her. There at the tryouts the night before dancing or whatever. She tells Malone, like, try this. So at this point, it's a bunch of furs. It's like a bunch of furs, track suits that got bedazzled stuff all over it and shit like that or whatever. She wants Malone to try this tracksuit. Malone acts like he's slight offended because, I mean, not the tracksuit, it was a fur. Malone acts like he's slightly offended because the fur was pink, like a bubblegum pink and black. She said, and he was like, she trying to give it to me because I'm gay, so she want to give me something pink. But Moolah got up and he tried to do it and he feeling it. He said it's giving him Cameron vibes. Back when Cameron was rocking the pink. And that's the type time he on, so he down with it. So then they pull out this red and black. That red and black was bad as shit. So he put the red and black one on, and then Malone gets his ass up there and then puts the pink and black one on. After all that lip he had, he put it on. And they just trying it on or whatever to see what they're going to wear or whatever. But something I want to go back to. I noticed that when they have these made up scenes for them to talk, why is it that at the end of the conversation, to signal the end of the conversation, the guys stand up, pound it out, peace out to each other, as if they splitting up and going somewhere separate when they all going to the same fucking house? It's just like the scene when Curtis and Dylan was walking on the median strip. They did that. Dylan out there with no fucking shoes on, with just his socks. And then the pictures came out that the shoes that he said got stolen, Rio had them shoes on. So did Rio steal shoes? I mean, what happened? What happened? But yeah, they do like a pound to signal that's the end of the scene, and they split like they about to walk away, but y'all going to the same place. Dylan and Curtis, they was on the median strip across the street from the house, and they both went back to the house, and then Curtis and Moolah in the backyard, and all y'all doing is getting up and walking back inside the house. Like, what is this production? Like, what are y'all doing? So let's get to the end of this before I lose all my light. Because when it get dark, all y'all gonna be able to see is my teeth. Alright, y'all. So apparently the shoot is the very next day. So the guys are still going through the racks of clothes and looking at things. Relly pulls out something. You see black mesh. Look like a black mesh bodysuit with like a ruffle something, and the ruffle is trimmed in green. It's black ruffles with green, like a hunter green trim. He gonna go put it on. Moolah like, oh no, bro, kill it with that. No, 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 I don't want to see that or whatever. Moolah is getting very, very uncomfortable because, to me, as a man, if you're comfortable with your sexuality, none of that stuff that they be doing, and I know really be doing stuff like that to be funny and to get under your skin. And the things that really do, if you're real comfortable with your manhood, like, that don't bother you. I notice I don't see Curtis putting up a fuss like, no, man, or all that kind of stuff like that or whatever. When Relly be doing that stuff. The only thing I saw Curtis doing is when Relly was twerking on the guy at the audition. He was saying, no, we don't want to see that. But it was okay that you was humping on that girl. And in his confessional, he made it seem as if that him and that girl hooked up after that. Also, Anthony reached out and gave somebody his phone number that was at the auditions too, but I don't recall which one it was. Um, I forgot to say that at some point the guys pull up on the TV, everybody that tried out with a number next to them, and at that point, that's when Relly let it be known that the young lady that Moolah was liking and was saying that he wanted, that definitely needed to be in it. That's when he would let it be known that that was a trans woman or whatever. But yeah, um, after Relly put that damn outfit back, he like to do stuff to fuck with people, and I fucks with it. I like Relly. Um, he was like, I want to have like some bedazzled lingerie. And of course, we've already discussed that the theme of the video, they supposed to be bad boys. So it's supposed to be about bank robbers. They're going to be bank robbers. And they saying that none of the clothes that was sent or that girl brought over there, none of it goes with the theme of the music video. So she going to come back with some more stuff the next day. Before she leaves, that damn Curtis picks up this fucking diamonds and pearls fucking jacket. It's like pearl shaped. Like they got the pearls shaped like some daisy flowers all over the fucking black jacket, girl. I mean, y'all, it's a mess. And he actually put it on, started doing the Michael Jackson dance and all that. Moolah's like in the confessional, like, no. Like, what you on, my dude? Like, no, take that shit off. That was Mike thing, like Michael Jackson type stuff. That's not the type time when you want like take it off. What was you thinking or whatever? And the young lady said she'd be back the next day with some more stuff. And then that's when she looks at my mom, was like, well, for you, we're gonna bring this back because now all of a sudden, because Moolah put it on and said he liked it, now Malone wants to wear the pink and black fur, full of the shits. Oh, by the way, speaking of Malone, y'all, I'm an avid skater, and I don't know if I mentioned this in last week's review, but I well not I'm an avid skater. Like I love everything about roller skating. And one of the pages I follow on Instagram, they had Malone on their page skate. It's called Role Models, or and it's models with, it's ROLLMODULS. And they also have a page called Life of the Skate Party too, where they tag all their videos Life of the Skate Party. But they had video of Malone skating at Cascade. I think, yeah, it looked like he was at Cascade skating. And you see a girl hugging the wall just going up because she see Malone in the ring. He had the Buster Browns, meaning the rental skates on, but the person who was recording him, they were saying that he's actually a pretty good roller skater too. He was just, in that particular video, he was just grooving, having a good time alone or whatever. But yeah, that was the end of this episode with the lady saying she gonna bring them stuff for the next day so they can shoot this video. I keep hearing them mention that they don't have a lot of time left in his house. At this point, I think they've been in his house maybe a week and a half at this point. So they only went out there for maybe 2 weeks or so, I'm guessing. Um, and I think they might be gearing up for their reunion filming. And I know that Malone said he's not gonna be at the reunion. I wonder why. Um, so that's the end of that. Sorry that y'all can't see me at this point because the sun went down and it's actually dark out. Um, I hope y'all like this video. I hope y'all click it and watch it. Give me some likes. Click the subscribe button if you want to subscribe. Get in the comments and let's talk about the show if you're watching the show. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Can y'all see my fingers? You see my teeth, but can you see my fingers? Alright, y'all. Peace out. Be easy.